Who is advising Julius Malema? That's the question many are asking after the EFF leader launched a strong attack on the Madlanga Commission, accusing it of trying to belittle him. Malema insisted that no judge, magistrate or commissioner would speak to him like a boy, as he defended his past remarks about Andrea Johnson and responded to criticism involving Feroz Khan and the VBS matter. Stay with Mzansi News Hub for the full story. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for the latest breaking news.
Don't think that there is some scaremongering about Madlanga against me. Me? Hey, lena le tuta na le lata man. Ale leni. Nagi chabisilo. Nothing. Because I've got nothing to hide. To ask judges questions. So Chakalson thinks I must get questions from who? From him. Next time you see him, if you see him, tell him to send me questions if he's got questions, like he did now and I answered them. Nagata warab. Nag chabisilo. Whether I wrong or right, garab. But I'm blaming Magamrao leadership or ish that one we should have. Margansarin. Kanajala Jauto. Graba uta ba tukwa Madlanga ona motho a tlong uta ka re ke nna ngwana se nna ngwana. Not a child. No other man is going to speak to me like I'm a child. Not me. I'm elected public representative and a leader of a political party. Not going to be shouted at by anyone. No one can do that to me. It I am. If he wrote wrong, why it's it wrong? Arrest me. But you are not going to address me by belittling me. I don't care if you are a judge, or you are a magistrate, or you are a commission. No one speaks to me like I'm a boy. If you want to see the other side of me. I'm not scared of nothing. Especially where I think I've not done anything wrong. You'll find me. So, look, I don't know what Chakalson was trying to do. I don't know. But all I know is that Chakalson wanted to be a prosecutor in the NPA after serving in the, is it Zondo Commission. They said some cases in the Zondo Commission must be referred to the NPA. Then Zondo finishes. Then Chakalson, that one who left, not Chakalson, but he wanted to appoint Chakalson and the other one, Pretorius, to go and prosecute the cases that they said must go and be prosecuted in the NPA. And we said, no, it's not done. You can't refer this matter and come from the other side and go and prosecute the same matter that you said must be prosecuted. So I think we stopped him from throwing a javelin and catching it from the other side. And he has since taken an issue with the EFF. But we're not scared of him. There were people like him before who tried that nonsense. And that's why Kumalo saw him through. But what are you trying to say now? Because this is not here. What are you saying? So, he can try. He can even call me if he wants. I'm not scared of anything.
That was only the beginning. Malema is now telling Madlanga's investigators how to do their jobs and dismissing serious questions as gossip. But watch what happens when Andrea Johnson's name comes up. Dlamini, please roll it.
I've not followed Johnson's appearance in Madlanga. I've got no such a privilege, unfortunately. I was one of the ground forces that organized the rally of the EFF in Thohoyandou. And if you know what it means to organize, you have no such a privilege to sit down and watch a television and proceedings. So I will, maybe some officials have watched will be able to give a commentary on that, but I didn't see it, unfortunately. And then I came back from Thohoyandou. I had to deal with funeral So I come directly from preparing funeral to this podium. Again, I had no privilege of watching. So I will make time when, I don't know when, because it's going to become more and more busy now. And that's what we are obsessed with now, running a well-oiled machine towards victory on the 4th of November. So I'm unable to make that comparison. But even if I'd watched, I was not going to be in a position to give a comment, as it were, because the ad hoc committee is at an end, it's writing a report. So I can't give views here and go and give views in the ad hoc committee, especially when we do the final report. I think, if I'm not wrong, we have a meeting tomorrow or today, next Wednesday, to give a final report. And my views will be expressed, as it were. My comparison to Winnie Mandela, it was in relation to what she presented at the ad hoc committee. The ad hoc committee and Madlanga Commission are not the same thing. And they don't use the same style of investigation, the same style of interrogation. She might have impressed me at that ad hoc committee and impressed me in the Madlanga Commission. I don't know. Or in the Madlanga Commission, she might have said things that were not put forward in the ad hoc committee. And therefore, to compare the two will actually...
Do you see the flip-flopping? Today, Malema says he did not watch Johnson and cannot compare the two hearings. But when she appeared before Parliament, he did not simply praise one answer. He celebrated her leadership, defended her, and practically placed a crown on her head. Watch this.
The issue of your husband should never put you in a difficult situation where you start doubting your capabilities and your capacity. Sitting here, for me, this is quality leadership coming from a black woman. You answer questions properly, you give us information, well articulate. There will be more challenges. They come inherently with being a female leader. We all have issues that we might not have handled properly. It's part of growth. It's part of becoming more experienced and then dealing with matters differently going forward. And when you live here, this should never, I heard you saying I'm very angry, it must never be one of the issues that are going to distract you from fighting crime and fighting corruption. You came here, we shared that information with you. On a hindsight means I'm more clever now, and you should take it in that spirit and continue to fight. I thought Winnie Mandela died, but Winnie Mandela has multiplied.
There it is. Malema did not just respect Johnson, he called her quality leadership and compared her to Winnie Mandela. But now, let us leave Malema's praises and enter Johnson's own office. This is where the crown starts falling apart, because her own prosecutor describes a completely different Andrea Johnson.
Advocate Johnson would deviate constantly. It was a situation where we had this, but she would also have her own way of doing things with different groups, different investigations, different structures. So there was a constant deviation from what was in black and white. And it was always from her office that the deviation was done. And when the deviation was done, it always came with intimidation.
Can you explain intimidation in this context?
Am I allowed to say it as we say it in the office? Yes, please. The nickname for Advocate Johnson in the office is flip-flop, knee-jerk.
Okay, just explain that.
You would get instructions in the morning. Can I speak from my personal experience now? Okay.
Yes, please.
You would get instructions, or you would have a conversation with Advocate Johnson in the morning, or or telephonically or via WhatsApp. And it would be just the two of you or maybe another prosecutor and you. And you would find commonality, or you would explain the legalities, the processes. I mean, the elements of an offense changes, but the principles of law does not change. If you have a document in a murder matter, it doesn't change when you're trying to prove it in a corruption matter. So you would have those engagements with her. And then during the course of the day, there would be a conversation that would take place between Mr. Perumal and Dylan Perumal and Advocate Johnson. And the flip-flop would happen. So no matter how you explained it to her or how the decision was made in a rational manner, it would then change according to what Mr. Perumal wanted. And my evidence will show how that affected the investigations.
And when you were engaging Advocate Johnson without Mr. Perumal, did you find that you were then speaking to somebody that was legally trained, a prosecutor? Was there that level of engagement?
Yes. When Mr. Perumal was not present or was not involved in the communication or was not influencing the decisions, Advocate Johnson was a very active legal mind. You would be able to engage, and she would speak about different things that she had done and how we can incorporate it and sections of acts. But then come Mr. Perumal, all of that is thrown out the door. And we are now doing things that we're not even supposed to be doing. The next morning, the 5th of December 2024, at 8 a.m., I went to Advocate Johnson's office per her instructions the previous day. When I arrived at her office, she had a gray document bag with a zip. And she told me that it contained a highly sensitive Section 27 referral affidavit. She told me that they had decided that the matter will be investigated. She did not say who they were, and I did not ask. I assumed that she would be referring to herself and Mr. Sissoko, given my previous experience. I later learned that Mr. Sissoko had no knowledge of this matter. Returning to the document bag, it also contained a pinkish purple page from a notepad with names of people in Advocate Johnson's handwriting. She told me that these are the suspects Chief and I discussed are to be included in the Section 2813. By Chief, she meant Mr. Perumal. Advocate Johnson handed me the bag and gave me the following instructions. Again, my underlining is deliberate. I must take the content of the bag and prepare an application for authorization of a Section 2813 investigation. The names on the notepad were the names of the people who must be listed as the suspects in the application for the 2813 investigation authorization. She gave me the names of the IDAC members who would form part of the team on this matter in order for me to include it in the application. She indicated that it would be Advocate Manilal as the DPP, Mr. Perumal, Chief Investigator, Mr. Rapesu, Lead Investigator, Mr. Padiachi, Senior Investigator, Mr. Venan Vessels, Chief Financial Investigator, and me, Prosecutor. Advocate Johnson said that she needed a DDPP on the matter for the purposes of authorization, but that she would supervise the matter. I must not make copies of Section 27, the 27 referral affidavit. 30.5, I am allowed to make notes regarding the Section 27 referral affidavit. 30.6, I must not show the Section 27 referral affidavit to anyone due to the sensitivity of the matter. Once I have prepared the application, I must email the application to her as a matter of urgency.
Khan goes to a DC. The chair is Ntanta Mkhwanazi. They say Khan was looking for that case because I was going to help him with his DC. With Chakalson, by implication, he implies that I did that. If I did that, I did it with Nhlanhla Mkhwana's then.